is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again. Look, I'm a comic book, a cereal, I did a Christmas album, and a so-so popsicle. But this isn't about me. Not anymore.
I think, you know, the moment all of us heard about this project for the very first time, we kind of all had the same thought, which was, why another Spider-Man movie? So that meant that if we were going to do this, everything about it had to be really different, really new, and really fresh in order for it to be something that we would be proud of and that the audience would like. So the animation style we chose was an attempt to make it really different from most of the other animated movies that we see, which, you know, we're kind of in a golden age of CG animation right now, and it's really beautiful and well executed. But we felt that we couldn't just do the same thing, or we'd be letting down the possibilities with our new version of Spider-Man. So going back to the source material of the original comics was kind of the way that we wanted to give this a new look.
Yeah, we're taking techniques and you know, things from the comic book idiom, and we're trying to make them feel really immersive and cinematic, you know? And we're trying to be very careful about it, you know? So, you know, we're using hand-drawn, you know, we're using kind of ink lines on the face to show emotion, or we're using thought balloons, you know, in 3D space to tell you what the characters are thinking or feeling, you know? And it all is designed to just create a new experience for the audience that, that will surprise them, you know, and then that will express our story, our Miles Morales story, in the best way.
Yeah, I mean, one way is the techniques that we use to actually tell the story, and the other one is the story that we're telling, which is the story of a whole new version of Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales, who's this 13-year-old Afro-Latino kid from Brooklyn who lives in a world where Spider-Man already exists. And we kind of felt like that was one of the most interesting things about this story that would let us talk about a young kid who's struggling to live up to the legacy of a mythical character almost who exists in his world. And that opened the door to being able to talk about, well, what is the meaning of Spider-Man? You know, what is the idea of Spider-Man actually all about? And how can we express it through meeting many different versions of the same character who share the same essential traits?
Yeah, it's a story about, you know, a kid who is bitten by a spider and finds out that he's Spider-Man, and then finds out that he's not the only one, you know? So for us, that, you know, so it really becomes a different kind of story very quickly, and it becomes a story of, you know, someone finding a community of people like them, and then having to band together with this diverse group of people to sort of fight insurmountable odds. That's an interesting question. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna regret this. I love those movies, but I loved working on this movie. You know, yeah. I love the freedom, the visual freedom on this movie. I love those. You know, I guess of course I would love to make a movie like that, but this was really challenging and liberating, and yeah.
Yeah, so Marvel, you hear that? He doesn't want to do them, but I will. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty much what I just said. I mean, I just said that on camera. That's crazy.
I actually agree with Rodney, though, that what we were able to do, the fun we were able to have with the idea of the Spider-Verse, and really introducing a brand new Spider-Man in the form of Miles, and looking at Peter Parker in a different way. That's the freedom that came just from the story that we had was something that I don't know that you get very often.
Yeah, but seriously, Kevin Feige hired me. I'm really good. I'm good. I love it. I love Marvel. I'm really good. So don't ignore all that other stuff.
That was a great
good try.
This was never your city. It's mine.
If I don't destroy the collider, none of us will have a home to go home to.
Remember, what makes you different?
Let's go.
Is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?